So, welcome back, everyone, and welcome to the German pronunciation discussion podcast. It's Redstone Quarry podcast, but the recording was temporarily halted because of a discussion about lederhosen, which we should totally continue. What do you think, Enemy?
I don't really like them, but to be fair, there's some people that
it was
them.
more
But
about
whatever.
like.
I don't think we should talk about lederhosen today.
Oh, really?
those
Okay.
things.
So we'll
But
talk
I-
about it next time.
For me, it was just like
Possibly.
we needed the opportunity to laugh at Micro or Spock. I would say Macro, but I need to say Spock more. Oh well.
On TeamSpeak, it's still
Unfortunately-
micro Mac comp, so.
Start off to say.
Enemy, you're having
Enemy.
to the
Micro, can
viewer-
you move all of us to recording 1? Because that's a less bitrate, so maybe
Sure.
enemy has less problems.
Okay, we're moving.
I'm not moving well. Dang it.
Ha 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 ha!
Let's just double check if I disabled all of those sounds.
Okay.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, I
I'm
should
just
probably do it
gonna
likewise.
turn off my other computer and everything, so hopefully
Yay.
it will get better.
Okay, so
Maybe
let's
we
get it
should
straight while
introduce
we're.
ourselves.
Okay, so yeah, but we're gonna do that right away. So basically, Spock,
What?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
I know
7,
20
8,
is 20.
9, 10,
11.
11,
Zwolf.
12, 12,
Lederhosen.
13, 14,
15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23,
Lederhosen.
24, 25.
Is this going to
Lederhosen.
be German dog?
German
Good.
numbers with Wout and Niels.
And me.
What about the pronunciation, Neil? Enemy? Can you live
For
with
what?
it?
Verbi?
Can you live with 23?
23? Yeah, it's a bit too much on the Z.
Are we
but,
actually
apart
recording?
from that,
Yes,
23.
we are.
Oh.
I mean, we better cut it out.
Okay, so maybe we should start again.
I hope my voice gets better. I just like closed everything down and
Yeah, you sound good now, actually.
shut off everything else. Before I went all robot, I wanted to introduce ourselves as always.
Okay, yeah, we should gonna do that right away. I was just trying to start off with a bit of a joke, but that's all.
Yeah, of course, me, enemy.
I'm not micro.
I'm here. And
You
I'm
should say
Niels.
yeah.
You have to say your name, Niels.
I was still.
Bad
I
Niels.
heard the old recording as well. I had to mute that one. Otherwise, yeah.
And I am out. And yeah, we've got a new member to the podcast. No, just kidding. Yeah,
Do we?
but we're for 4 people today. That's nice.
We have a new member, TRQ, recording, do not join.
Yes, that's a new
Yay!
member in our team speak apparently. Who is totally not Niels' bot.
Oh.
So yeah. Damn, I'm getting distracted. So, today's episode 11, and I guess you could say we're into our 2nd season or whatever you want to make out of that. But it's just gonna
I
be
don't
usual
really
stuff.
like it that you would do a new season after 10 episodes.
Yeah, I don't get the concept.
Why
of
would it
seasons with
be an-
podcasts?
Because it takes a lot of effort, and we should totally have stopped it right here with 1 season and 10
Yeah,
episodes.
but then
You
I
guys want
have to
go on.
add all of those other things and put season 1 in it.
Yeah, that takes a lot of time
like,
compared to
between
recording a new
seasons, you would have a
podcast.
gap, right? Like,
Yes.
And from season 1 to
But
season
you
2,
guys
something
wanted to go
changed. It's like we
hardcore.
didn't change anything, or did we?
Well,
No,
you didn't have
not
to change
really.
anything. It's just about basically leaving a gap.
Yeah, but we didn't.
Yeah, we didn't. And
It's
I
still
was totally not
season
against
1.
that. Hint. Okay, just kidding.
Seems like we're failing at doing seasons.
Yeah, basically.
It's still
Uh,
winter.
Still winter, we fail at seasons. Okay, maybe we should get like on track with our podcast.
Maybe.
Yeah, probably we should.
Okay. Go ahead, Wout.
Yeah, so what are we going to talk about today? Well, not. Don't you have a main topic?
Wout,
usual, but-
Wout, don't
Yes.
spoil that yet.
Okay, I won't spoil the very mysterious
Just
main
don't
topic.
mention it.
Okay,
Okay.
so I think we can start off with some news from Mojang.
Yeah.
And like we hoped, earlier this week, Pre-7 came out. And was there anything interesting in Pre-7?
I don't follow the
not
pre-release
really.
anymore that closely since they removed Dark
Yeah.
Oaks.
There's so many pre-releases. I don't
Face
follow it
beep the
as
Dark
well.
Oaks. Yeah, but maybe some other people followed what the bit was about.
In 1.8.2 Pre-7, there were some bug fixes. Not really that much interesting stuff, like baby cows were milkable.
Oh no.
The spawn point didn't work correctly. The back to title screen button was not working correctly. Stuff like that. Like
Simple stuff.
yeah, like cannot spawn in X with some not really interesting stuff. Also, ocelots and squids now spawn below sea level rather than at Y63 apparently. And ocelots also spawn at or above sea level rather than Y63.
Yeah, that's pretty nice, I guess, if you're making a cat farm or something.
Yeah. I want an ocelot
I
farm.
mean, something a lot of people don't want, I guess, because cats don't have that much use except for keeping away creepers, but cats are more
They
just
look
for fun,
cool.
really. Yeah, they
Well,
look
you
cool.
can put the cat on your chest and then no one can own the chest anymore.
They
Yeah.
can just kill it.
Yeah, they can bury it just that also works. Or kill the cat. Or they can drown the cats, or they can put it on lava. You can be very creative with killing cats.
Or
in
you just
Minecraft, I'd
break the
say.
chest.
Or move the cat off the chest.
Yeah, it's a very responsible game, of course. You would never kill a cat with lava in this game.
No.
Only with fire.
And with fire, of course.
Yeah, like also when like there was a bug when you had an enchanted fishing rod, for example with Unbreaking 3, and you made a carrot on a stick out of it, it would keep the enchantment. And apparently that's fixed now. So yay.
Yeah. How many times did I craft a carrot on a stick?
0, most likely.
Hey, you got it correct.
Yours is very.
Yeah,
sorry, I'm so good at it.
that was on Monday, I think, Pre-7.
I'm not sure,
Then
but
on Thursday, I think, 1.8.2 came out like promised, which is surprising because they broke this streak.
But yeah, and then
Oh.
1.8.3 came out the day after, so yeah.
Yeah, with the crash fix, which apparently was caused under very specific circumstances, which were not first mentioned.
Yeah, like all it says is due to a serious bug in 1.8.2 server, we released the update 1.8.3, and in the wiki changelog it doesn't say anything else. So basically the same, but without the crash.
I think they should focus a bit more. Oh, well, maybe I'm just being old school here, but I like a snapshot model more, I guess.
Yeah.
Like
The only problem with the snapshots, some servers like Minecraft, they always use the snapshots, and then when the full release comes out, and it's not really new stuff. That has been there for a while already on the snapshots.
Thing really is just that then it hasn't been new content. It's releases and like new, like third versions, as you could call them, like 1.8 point something versions. They're generally bug fixes.
Yeah.
And like the last time they added content I can think of was like 1.4.3 or something, which added enchantment books. Went to 1.4.1, I think, but that's about it. So I don't know, maybe they have in the more recent version, but like real content is typically included in the big versions, and well, I mean, I guess most people just like that more than bug fixes, right? I mean, I would find it way more exciting
if they
to have
instead
new
of
content
doing
every week. Yeah.
instead of doing snapshots, then doing a bigger release and then still have the content in there, then that's fine by me. Then.
I mean, the bug fixes were usually always just put in snapshots, which I
Mhm.
think also works. It's usually just trivial stuff, which is not gonna affect that many people. So, yeah.
I think it's kind of a problem that we got so used to having snapshots all week, every week, and getting new features every week. And now that we don't, like, people are getting annoyed.
Yeah,
And
Well,
like,
with
yeah,
the
you could
snapshots,
say yeah, but I mean, what made it hard? What made it harder? Well, you know what? Sorry, Niels, go ahead.
okay then. With snapshots, yeah, the first couple of times after the old release, then there's a couple of weeks nothing, but then in 1 month, most of the features are in the snapshots, and then it's just more bug fixes and smaller features. So yeah, not always with snapshot. At near the end of the snapshot series, however you call it. Yeah, the snapshots are not really that much. It's mostly do bug fixes or something like that.
But it's just normally you had an update, a couple of like third versions maybe with some important bug fixes, which were not just by players. Once like thing became a big thing, and then you had a couple of months wait. I'm totally fine with that. And then you had like every week you had a bit of content which got added, which was really nice. But it's been it's been half a year now since 1.8, and I guess I'm getting a bit uh homesick
And the
towards
last
the old snapshot times like a year ago or something.
and the time before 1.8 release in the snapshots, but then it was also not really a lot there.
like I think
Right.
with 1.8 we had the problem that we had so many snapshots over such a long amount of time that like when 1.8 came out, like we already forgot that some of the stuff that's in there is 1.8 because we got so used to it. Like execute commands, for example. Like
Yeah, execute, even fill is 1.8 as far as I know, but we're like, oh, what?
yeah, like there are some some stuff things in 1.8 that are like were added in one of the first snapshots, and then everyone forgot about because it like was such a long amount of time. And then when it came out, like, oh yeah, it's only slime blocks and some commands, but yeah.
Actually,
Like,
it's pretty big.
yeah, it was a lot of stuff, but
It was really big, but it didn't feel like that much because it has been in snapshots for so long. That's more
yeah,
like
that's
1.8 really being such a long.
that's what I hope with having if they don't do snapshots, that when an update comes out, it is really something big, and then lots of new stuff. If they
well,
can do that, then it's fine by me that they don't do snapshots. But if
I think they really should do snapshots just for like balancing purposes. Because like or like bug testing, for example, when they came out with the new minecart system in 1.8 snapshots, which was like quickly removed again because it couldn't figure it out or whatever. And if you just put something like that in a full version and then it breaks on all ends, then you're gonna have way more problems. And snapshots are developer versions, so if the world breaks because of that or like something breaks, no one can blame you. Also, I think in January, end of January, like there was this post from I think Dinnerbone. Yeah, no snapshots this month, but in February. We are like halfway through February, more even.
more two,
Of course, we got
three
just a
quarters.
full release this week, but still no snapshot.
Yeah.
And on that note, there was like I think from Chap there was a tweet where it's like, yeah, we will show something when we have something, like something along the lines of that. Like, yeah, when we have something completed, we will show something. So no snapshot this week or next week, for that matter, something along those lines. And interesting correlation. Dinnerbone was on vacation for a week, so nothing
Yeah,
happened
okay.
apparently. And
Well, there are more developers than Dinnerbone, so
yeah,
can't
like
really blame him.
Dinnerbone also tweeted, "My plan is to get back to working on 1.9 next week." That was like today. And the week after, he's gonna stop doing that and go to GDC again, Game Developer Conference. But
You have been active on Twitter, Enemy.
Yeah, like
have?
I haven't heard any of his stuff. Okay.
well, I'm just on a
Maybe not
Mojang
active
side and
tweeting
reading the
stuff, but-
Mojang employees thing. I'm not using Twitter at all. Like there's been more stuff on the boat thing for Pocket Edition, but I don't really care about it since it doesn't seem like they're doing that for PC Minecraft anymore.
I've played Pocket Edition today.
Ooh.
Yeah. But my world crashed. Then yeah, I was playing together with my cousin. We were at a birthday, and yeah, we thought, why not play it? And yeah, we
Birthdays
were
are boring
caving
anyway.
and
Who cares about people?
Hmm?
Nah, never mind. Go on.
And suddenly I tried to open a furnace, and he tried to open a furnace as well, and some weird thing, and my iPad crashed. And then I opened the world, and then, hey, wait, why am I? And oh wait, this is the place where we had the chests, and oh damn it! But when we walked to the village, we found, and yeah, everything was still there. So looks like only the spawn chunks have been corrupted, or I don't know what, but. I don't really care a lot. I don't play a lot of Pocket Edition. You guys ever played Pocket Edition?
I have never played it. I considered buying it for a while, but now I don't feel like it anymore.
I played it on the iPhone in the version before they added chests, and I played like half an hour more when they added chests and crops. And after that, I basically stopped.
I
was like-
noticed that it now added lots of stuff. It has the dark oak trees and all of those lots of new biomes. It has, I don't know if it also has the ice spikes and stuff like that, but it has new biomes. It has the villages. It has infinite worlds. It's really getting a lot of stuff now. Because the time before I played it, it was only small worlds, couple of blocks, and that's it.
Probably has better boats than normal Minecraft now.
I've not used the boats.
I think like they're hiring a lot of people for Pocket Edition because like in the last like 2-3 weeks I think they added like 3 or 4 people.
Yeah, but
For-
Pocket
only for
Edition
Pocket
also
Edition.
has those 18 million sales, so
Yeah, it's a big thing by now. Like no, Minecraft PC edition has 80 million. Pocket has 30 million, I think. And then there's 6 more million or 7 million for consoles, I think, something like that. But Pocket edition is way bigger than normal Minecraft now.
yeah, I do think that some people might have Pocket Edition on iOS and on Android.
Possibly, yeah, but
So it's doubling it. And then also on Windows Phone if they have it on there.
yeah, but of course, people for PC also have more than one copy of Minecraft, and sometimes so it doesn't really.
Enemy.
Yes, yeah. I know a lot of people who have so.
Some people even have three accounts.
Yeah.
Some people
more.
even some people want to make an entire network.
I know Lego has like
Yes.
7 or something.
Yes.
But whatever.
Yes.
Let's look what else. News.
Didn't we do follow-up first?
Do we generally? Yeah, actually we do, but there hasn't
Wow,
been.
you're asking yourself that always.
Yes, I'm always asking myself because I always don't know how I work. Yeah, their main follow-up, I guess, would be Yewi's comment. There's also a comment from Dr. Splooge, I believe. Says, finally got a chance to listen after 4 days, so yay for Dr. Splooge because he finally got to listen to our great podcast after being deprived of it for 4 days. Good job, Splooge. But yeah, to do Yewi's comment. One, I would say, part of it is there are no show notes, which is because we're lazy. And I guess we will try to get to it, but we will probably
Maybe
fail.
we had an idea for a contest, and if anyone wants to make the show notes, they get mention.
They
Free
get
shout out
imaginary
if you do show
diamonds.
notes. Uh, yeah, we're really getting too lazy with those. We really should add those.
The enemy, your notes were really good.
Yeah, your show
I,
notes
I
were so
know,
good.
I just didn't get around to doing it this week because of all
Too
work
too
and,
much
and
sleeping.
schedule and stuff.
Oh.
Well,
Sleep and
sleeping not
stuff.
that much, but other stuff.
Huh, so-
Also, like last week, we talked about Niels's spreadsheet for villagers,
Mhm.
and we wanted to publish that. And actually, today Niels worked on that. So
Yesterday as well.
yesterday
little
as
bit.
well. Yeah, like
Yesterday I didn't really do a lot. I've been just moving stuff and making it more easier to use and more organized, and yeah,
yeah.
also
So
easier making it into a template. Which
it-
it's yeah, and some
it-
settings and let's go ahead.
yeah, it's still coming. Don't worry, it will be there as soon
Someday.
as it's easy to use and so on. Someday, hopefully.
Yeah, it's always the
week or
clear
next
comment you can get from us someday.
Also about someday, like just remembered, a few episodes back we featured Dr. Sploosh and the Animus Prototech server teaser for Soto. I still haven't seen any of that. Still waiting again.
Hint, hint. The
Yeah, it
enemy, they have to
feels
wait
like
for
we're
the show
waiting.
notes as well. So do the show notes, enemy.
Yeah, it feels like we're waiting for everything. Waiting for snapshots, waiting for server tours, waiting for show
Just
notes,
do nothing.
waiting for Niels. Well, we didn't do nothing. We did something this week, but we can talk about that later, I think.
Maybe.
Yeah. I think. Oh, more follow up.
I think that's basically. Oh no, wait. Yeah, we also talked about what it called? JSON things.
Oh
Like,
yeah, Crush
The sign
Pixel made
generators.
a sign generator a while ago, and that's way easier to use than just typing it everything by hand and so on. And I actually use it from time to time. So thanks for mentioning that again. Not sure if the version for books. I think Wout, you did the book. You did it all by hand, right?
I just did it by hand. Yeah, I just like it more because I learn a bit that way. Oh yeah, I also mentioned that change page. That's only a book thing. Oh no, well, you was a bit confused. It seemed. Yeah, it's of course it's just a book thing, but we're talking more about JSON as in the general thing, and well, general application in Minecraft rather. It's also a thing outside of Minecraft, rather than just within sign. That's yeah, the main thing. Damn it, I can't talk. Sorry.
Was that all the follow up then?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
I should
Then
probably stop playing Blitz because I came in first and I barely said anything. I'm sorry.
you do what I do at the
Well, it's
training hall and
normally I
just
talk so
walking
much,
around.
so I'm just like, yeah, I should probably play a game, so that way I shut up for a bit. Let other people talk, and
I'm
people
just
leave me
sitting
off all
here
of a sudden.
looking at my
Like, what the fuck?
drop packets all the time.
Okay, maybe we should get back to the podcast. So yeah, no, I guess it's a follow up then from this week. Last week, right? In the news, I guess we've been through the Mojang stuff. Oh yeah, also, Niels' prediction was right, and there was no Minecon news, unfortunately, this week. So we're still waiting.
Still no
They said
Minecon news.
that's later in February, so they still have like a week to announce the tickets, but I don't think they're gonna keep that because they announced it today. That means that we basically have to like that
Okay.
they will be sold on like the 28th or something in 6 days. Would be kind of close, I think. Less than a week's notice for these tickets being sold, which by the way, you have to be there when they're sold. For those who don't know, like they got sold within an hour. You have to be there on the day itself.
Minecon
I think it
tickets.
would be a bit short notice.
I think to optimize our chances, we should just like like every one of us buys like 3 tickets, and the one who gets it like has them, and the other one just cancel it again if they
I
if they
don't think you
get
can
it.
cancel it, and actually, I don't
Can you
think
not?
that's necessary.
Doesn't make sense.
We should probably ask a couple of people, like Vibe and stuff, who have been to Minecon, that like you got an hour's time. So if you're there at the right time, you click the button. I guess it's something like that.
Yeah, but
Payment, blah, blah.
if one person gets in, then it's better to that person
Yes,
already
but there
buys
is no, as far as I know,
multiple.
there is no real risk unless you can't make it at the right time. It's not like you have to have to be one of the people whose order gets processed within a second. I mean,
The first one in queue that gets to the page screen, if that one just buys multiple tickets and then say to the others,
yes, but that
"Oh,
doesn't
I got
like.
tickets."
I have never heard of someone who didn't go to Minecon because they wanted to get tickets, they were there, but they clicked the button and they just said it's already full.
Hmm.
Like, if you want to go and you're there when they say they're gonna sell the tickets, as far as I know, you get them because you got like an hour of time. Like, of course, this is on average. Maybe this time it's
Last
gonna be a
year,
bit busy.
one of those badges got in 4 seconds or so, all tickets were reserved.
Then yeah, I have to admit I don't have a source either on that 1 hour thing, but can you give a source because from all I've heard, it's like 1 hour is
Yeah, but within
bit
4
lower, I
seconds, all the tickets were reserved by someone.
So I want
So-
to say what source said that because it's
I
very
think I saw it on the
against
wiki.
what I've heard from other sources. Who was it? Or
On the wiki, I think. When I was just searching on
okay,
Google.
you know what? I'll look it up.
Okay.
I heard that like for like something like a Google conference or Apple press conference, there's like people that have like services where people pay for their service just to get a notification beforehand when it's about to start, or like bots that like buy all the time just because there's like only few seconds where they have the chance to get it, and after otherwise it's like already sold.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Apple
I
can
don't think that's that big for Minecon.
not as big, almost.
Yeah, but while about searching for Minecon stuff, I think we can go on to other new stuff this week.
Ghost blocks and more ghost blocks.
No, not yet.
Ah, okay.
I
I
prefer to do
got-
everything else first because then we can do all the ghost blocks.
Ah, enemy smart.
Okay, maybe I should quickly put this in here because I found the tweet you were referring to Nielsen Bell. You're right. Well, Manne.
Bullshit.
Oh, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but I guess he works for Minecon. For my Mojang, so for Minecon organizing and stuff. So yeah, he wrote for the 2013 Minecon on the 1st of August 2013. First 2,500 Minecon tickets were reserved in 3 seconds and sold within a minute. Get ready for the next batch and at this address. So that means you can reserve them and then go to the payments. So
Yeah, you have so many minutes to pay. Not that you have to fill in your your credentials and all of that stuff as fast as possible. You just get to the page and then you have 15 minutes to pay. And if you have not paid yet, yeah, then good luck. End of the queue.
yeah, okay. So okay, I have to admit that means that you actually do have to be a bit, but then again, there was 2,500 out of 7,500, I suppose.
Yeah.
Well,
then
they
they
have
did
more, I think.
Yeah, then they had 3 batches in total, 7,500. Now they have 2 batches in total
10,000, right?
10,000.
Yeah, so will probably be a bit less. After all, like there's more space, so people will probably be feel a bit less pressured, and as well as being like there's twice as much per batch this time. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. But they are less batches, so
Yeah, I guess it may turn out.
I still think that for the first batch, a lot of it will be the busiest batch because most people will just try it on the first one, and if they don't get it on the first one, yeah, then they will try it on the second one as well.
Yeah, I think we should definitely try on both, and then we can if something doesn't work, we can discuss strategies. I guess after the first one, as if there's some kind of game.
I
There-
saw
there-
this
I,
one.
I don't think. Okay, no, go
I
ahead.
saw
sorry.
this one site and they had lots of strategies on how to do it. You don't do it on a mobile device. Do it on
Not for
multiple
Minecon specific,
computers,
right?
at multiple
For-
places. Try to get
And
a LAN cable and
this is like for
an entire
getting
checklist.
tickets in general, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think
like-
that was for Minecon, but yeah, it can be applied for general.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but maybe we should not mention. We already did way too much Minecon advertising to be
Well,
updates.
another quick bit of Mojang news. I found a tweet from Mojang support this week where it says if you change your username but the server you play on does not support it, ask your server to manually remove your player data.
How can you not support? You mean like
I
censor
don't
Where
know,
the
yourself?
server doesn't support the UUID system, where they're still just storing the plain name.
Oh yeah, then you're screwed. I guess.
I think
And then
some
they
like
have to change if they're like playing 1.7 or something. I guess that means they have to they have to take the player data and rename it to the new name, and then you get access to it normally.
Yeah.
that's like not a good system.
No.
Well, it's the only way you can.
It did
work
give
with
enough
changing words.
time for changing to the UUID system.
I
so-
think they did. I mean,
Yeah.
started in 1.8, which got released one in September, I guess. I forgot about all this.
Wasn't the UU... Never mind.
I think it. I mean, I think it's been around since September, and it's already been around in the snapshot since January last year. So
Yeah, it's been
Mm.
been around for like forever, so that mods and everything can implement.
Well, the big problem is that Bucket, of course, doesn't update to 1.8. So I guess that's the main reason why a lot of servers stick to 1.7 to this day. Although I don't know any examples, but I can definitely think of some like smaller survival servers who are just like we want our plugins.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the fun thing is, Bucket is still owned by Mojang, so they should
Yeah, but they're
update
not
at
gonna
some
update
point.
it. Bucket,
Yeah.
yeah, you know, it's in the bonus that he tried, but I guess he gave up. I mean, can't blame it. It's a big project.
Yeah, trying it, it's not succeeding.
That the motivation initially, I guess, but it's just it's a huge project, and with the core team basically giving up on it, can't really expect one guy to do much about that. Unfortunately, I think we already talked about this a couple of weeks ago.
Really.
Yeah.
Yeah, just check in the show notes
Big-
and you can see that. Oh no, damn it, wait. Right.
Hahaha.
Okay. Yeah. Moving on. Jazz made a video this week about problems of the Quarry,
Yes.
blind block
I
quarries.
could say that end of the series on worries.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ray didn't
Basically,
explained.
he says that he will stop doing quarry tech for a while because quarries are supposed to be easier than digging everything by hand. And at the moment, it's just like not worth it because it's way harder than digging everything by hand.
But it's fun.
There are also other issues which I
And
would
yeah,
relate to
and that,
more
like,
personally.
big issues he mentions is, for example, if you use clocks, that when you leave and enter the world, they will break. And amongst other things, like you have blocks generated like obsidian or spawners that you cannot move, which are a problem. Which were, like, I think we were already mentioned in like Senkan's Quarry video, like the very first
Yeah,
thing
Zenkan had
ever.
suggestions to remove them using wither skulls and stuff, but that just think about it, having to have an automatic system which removes a
well, the
one
thing is,
block inside of a two-dimensional space. Yeah.
if you could figure out how to figure out what block you want to remove and then get a contraption in place that goes there on automatically.
Yeah. So
Removing
how
the
do
block
you even do
itself
that?
is not that
So-
hard because you can just catch a wither skull, like how you catch gas
Yeah, but
balls.
how do you get a wither skull over there to the precise location and that kind of stuff? That's not easy.
Yeah, like
you
the
can
moving it there, like the navigation in the three-dimensional space is hard, but like moving the Wither skull itself is not hard. Like you just
Yeah, we
move it like
figured
a
that
gas
out,
ball.
but I mean, it doesn't mean.
Isn't it possible to always carry a Wither skeleton skull for those?
Wither skull is something completely different.
Oh, the gas balls or whatever.
No, like you
Thing-
need a
thing.
Wither skull, like a projectile,
Wither
like
skull.
the
Yeah,
blockbuster
that's
they
what I
shoot.
meant. Sorry.
And so always carry one around.
Yeah.
In
But yeah, then
theory,
when
possible.
the only thing, yeah, when you use it once, then it's gone. So you need another one.
Yeah, and also so you
Isn't it
like
possible to
if
break
you
everything with those skulls?
yeah, but you need a lot of those, and getting a lot of those is hard.
Ah.
And like if you run, for example, into a lava lake with water on top, so you have obsidian, like you need a lot of skulls.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I think chests that gets generated in dungeons, which are not a problem for Wither skulls, but whatever. And I think there's some other things that could cause problems.
Cobwebs? Was it something like that?
No, cobwebs can be moved,
Oh.
break. What else? I think there was something else.
Yeah, there was something. The spawners. Or
You
did
can
you mention
them.
them already?
Yeah, spawners, chests, obsidian.
Yeah, I think those are the three things then.
You could run into problems with like water or lava updating your contraption. But apart from that, I think we got everything. And yeah, like for the clock problem, there's a really easy fix, which is to like have it on a server and never unload it. But of course you cannot.
It get an enemy bot.
Yeah,
It's
that's
in
not,
there.
that's not practical, so it's still a problem. Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
Anything else?
Anything else?
Also, planetary confinement, the dunes, which is a vanilla adaptation of Crash Landing, which is a challenge modpack map. Came out with 1.8.2 this week, and it's by Samus06. If I'm pronouncing that correctly in any way. And it's really cool. Like all the custom stuff he did to make it look and feel like it's actually modded, and it's like has the features of modded, but in vanilla without anything. Pretty cool.
Those block models, they do a lot nowadays.
Yeah, block models and then custom crafting and different textures and
Is
sounds and everything.
These block models and basically everything in the resource pack, you can really make your custom blocks, and it looks almost like modded.
Yeah.
Great.
I'm not sure, but I some things looked like he just took the texture from modded, or like something close to that and put it in.
Yeah, but it's still vanilla. It's just in a resource pack. So
Yeah. Wout, have you seen that?
You mean the video of planetary confinements? No, sorry.
I posted it earlier in TeamSpeak
Yeah.
somewhere.
But I can't watch it's a custom map. I mean, nice stuff and all, but I don't know. There are other ways to discuss that. I mean, you can just say it if you want to, but I'm just not so much into that anymore these days.
It's really good looking and well made, so that's why I'm recommending it here.
I can watch it now, but that would, I think, be a bit of a professional.
Yeah, no, like I think that's enough for mentioning that. Are there any other things this week apart from obvious ghost blocks that we want to talk about?
Yeah, we're definitely gonna spend more time talking about ghost blocks.
But
Yeah,
have you
anything else maybe?
as far as I can tell, the Minecraft console client hasn't been updated for 1.8.2 yet, which is the thing I'm waiting for. But yeah, apart from that,
Enemy will be one of the best users for that. He will be using it 24/7 when it comes out, right?
yeah. Most likely. I think I just gonna write him, the author of that, on the forums and ask him or something if he's planning to do that or if that's in the work. But yeah, apart from that, can't think of anything else that I wanted to show this week.
Sure. Well, I guess we could later on do the segment where we like talk about what we do, if that's still in. But yeah, first I
Or we
guess the
could
news
do
of
that
the ghost
now
blocks.
and then come afterwards to the main topic.
I think the ghost blocks are more newsy, so maybe we should do those first.
Okay.
So
Quote unquote news main topic.
Niels, you haven't talked that much.
Yeah.
Talk.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
talk.
For the ghost blocks, last week we mentioned them, and there have been made some elevators with them, and some credits are really important. By one by Nerdy and Zenkan and no, not Zenkan. Wait, was it?
Panda,
No,
and
Panda.
Spire.
Spire, those two.
Yes.
And Nerdy, they made one. And Canon made one. And some others made one. I don't.
And Marion, I think.
Myron had
Master.
a video for
A concept.
I think
as
it's
well,
called
yeah.
Ghost Motion and a concept for an elevator. And what he showed is when you stand on a ghost slime block and you damage yourself, you get shot up. Because what happens is because the server thinks you're falling and not standing on a block, you gain downward momentum. And the client, of course, keeps you standing on the block because for the client there's a block there. And when you get damaged, it synchronizes again and notices, okay, you have a lot of downward momentum and you're on a slime block, so you bounce up now. And that's why it shoots you up. And that's basically the concept those elevators are based on. And I think starting with Nerdy, Panda, and Spire's one, what they use is tripwire below the ghost slime block. So as soon as your velocity is fast enough so you can fall, I think 2 or 3 blocks in one tick, then you
3
will
blocks.
like 3 blocks. You will fall down fast enough to activate the tripwire before the client puts you back. For the server notices that you're not down there actually, and then it will trigger the redstone, which will push a transparent block into your head and damage you for a tick, and then you will fly up. And
I heard that Nerdy told me that there's a limit about how high you can go, because if you go too fast, then the server thinks you're fly hacking and kicks you.
Well, no, that as far as I know is something unrelated because regular Minecraft doesn't have much anti-cheat as far as I know. So fly hack detection really depends on server to server, as in what interval can you stay
Yeah,
in
the
there.
server will detect that.
Yeah, so yeah, that depends on the server, like what server, what plugin they are using against this.
No, but not plugins, but also vanilla. It has some kind of
I
no
actually
flight.
think it not, but that's so subject for discussion. Maybe anyone in the comments knows. But
In
something I
the
did hear though is that because just the way it works, you can only do it up to 60 blocks.
in the server config file, there is something like there's allow flight or something like that. I can't recall it correctly. Let me look it up.
Well, you could try that, I guess.
And yeah, basically to catch you, that you have to just fly up into a tripwire, which pushes a block below you, and that's a catching mechanism. They also included vines, so if you actually if you don't make it high enough, you get caught again because the ghost slime block will not bounce you like normal slime block. You just take damage and die, or not, depending on if you have feather falling and all that fun stuff. Also, I think 1 or 2 days later, the Gunmaster Digital made a compacted version of that, which is quite nice. Because I think theirs was 5 by 5 by 5, and this is like 3 by 5 by 6 or something. So if you have a use case where pandas, spires, and no, this didn't fit. This one possibly could. Yeah, Niels, found anything yet?
Yes, I send it to Wout in private chat because it's quite a lot. But it says allows flight in it somewhere.
Okay, then. I didn't know that. I guess that's some kind of a nut cheat. Interesting. Okay.
But yeah, you can still fly for a bit, and after flying so long or so fast, then you get kicked.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I
then
guess oh no, sorry. Go ahead.
Then of course Gan made a launcher as well.
A flush
Oh
one.
yes.
His is flush and works differently. He doesn't use a tripwire to detect when you're falling fast enough. But what he's doing, he has a cactus down there. So as soon as you have enough downward momentum, you hit the cactus, and then you
You get hit.
automatically get damaged, and then it shoots you up, which is quite cool. And
The only disadvantage of that, does your armor take damage?
Yeah, it probably takes damage
Yeah.
a bit. Yeah. And again, it's just one use.
The
so it
enemy is
doesn't
always
matter
so
that much.
paranoid about his armor taking damage.
Yeah, but the cool thing, like I really liked how it's a completely different approach, because in theory all you need is a ghost block and the cactus below, and all the rest is you don't need. All the rest is just to put the ghost block in, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
If you accidentally right click it.
yeah, or if you like unload the jungle and it's not there anymore,
Mm-hmm.
or if you relog, or for someone else who's coming, and so on. So yeah, in theory,
Keep your
it's
chunks loaded.
yeah, just keep everything loaded all the time. There's no problem with doing that at all. Your server will not cry. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. Like he just went the other way around. Instead of detecting it, that you fall fast enough with a tripwire and then damage you, you just get damaged when you're falling fast enough, just by the cactus, which is pretty cool. I also remember that I think yeah, it was test in the snapshots. There was this basically the same thing where he used this the falling thing with a boat, and that then shot you up in a similar launcher with slime block, but it got fixed pretty soon. And it's also a way to desynchronize player position that Myron shows in his video for the elevator concept.
Those old ghost machines. What do you mean?
Basically what it was you stand on a boat which is on a minecart or something, like, and basically the boat is falling. You stand on a boat and you're falling through the boat, and desynchronize from the server as well. And if you're falling fast enough, you activate a tripwire again, which then pushes a slime block out and up, I think, something like that, or just out. Don't recall correctly. And that shot you up as well. So it's basically the same thing, but they fixed the way he did that. I think it was boat on Soul Sand or something like that. And yeah, that was fixed in the snapshots, but also the desynchronization in the way he showed in the video still works, which was, I think, a boat on a minecart, and the minecart was on a block, but not in the middle of a block or something like that. Didn't look at it that much. Also, like in the elevator concept video, he gets shot up by the slime block, right? And then he also has a fire on a log on the way up, and as soon as he hits the fire, his momentum gets updated again because he takes damage, and he flies down again really fast. It's quite funny how he goes up and down so fast. But yeah. Of course, all the things we talked about, all these videos will be in the show notes as soon as they're there. Or the links won't be there, possibly. But they should be there soon. Hopefully.
Okay.
They're gonna be
Good
there
luck,
very
enemy.
soon, just relax.
Enemy,
And
don't
if-
promise them too much, yeah?
And if they're not there and we lied to you just now, you can make your own show notes and send them to us.
I'm really going to do that.
No, if people actually send us show notes, I will look over them and possibly implement them. But
And most of the times, yeah, so not just copy paste that done. And then the enemy put something, fill this in. Oh.
yeah,
It's
like
still-
I think what was it, episode 6? No, it was 8, I think. I did show notes, and there was like one link I didn't know what Wout meant, so I was like Wout insert link here, and
And
then
then you
the
just copy
published
it.
version it was the same.
But it's still the same as far as I know, because we
Is it
didn't change
n-
it yet.
I told Nils to fix it a while ago.
Yeah, but if you tell Niels to fix something, it's not gonna get fixed, dude.
it's-
Just kidding, I
You're
don't know.
Like
blame it on me.
the fun thing is, I pasted the show notes in Skype for Niels, and then I also like 2 minutes later I posted a link that he should insert there, and he didn't do that when he put it into the YouTube comment description.
Niels.
It was probably in the morning. I didn't have a lot of time, so I just thought, oh, it's quick copy paste done. I'm out of here.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
we should probably discuss how we do show notes in the future. Like maybe we just split it, like I do a first half hour all the time or something like that, and we split up like that because it seems like we're averaging out
Yeah, make a
1.5 hours or
planning.
something.
That's it. This
Yes.
week you do the background footage, and you do this, and you do like that.
I don't know. We will try to improve in the future.
Yeah, somewhere in the
Right.
future. Just give us 5 years.
Yeah.
Something a bit off topic, but like related to the seasons thing we talked about earlier. Anyone watch Last Week Tonight? With John Oliver?
Yes. Oh yeah, I love that. But why are we talking about this?
They do seasons, and they have a teaser for season 2, which is
Oh
like
yeah,
basically this
it's a
announcer
bad one.
where it says it's better this time around. In general, is there no? Where it's just like basically saying.
Yeah, just the entire trailer is basically saying, yeah, we're not really changing anything. Sorry.
Give us another
give us
year.
another year. Yeah.
That's quite fun. I think we're doing the same right now. Give us another year,
Basically.
and possibly we'll be better. We will link that if we don't forget again.
I always
Of
blame
course
enemy.
we won't forget ever.
Yeah, if there are links there, it will be there. If not, yell at us a lot.
Yeah, don't expect too much from us.
Next week
Yeah.
we say don't expect anything, and after a while we just stop doing show notes.
Yeah, of course, that's how it works.
Slowly stop it. No, of course we will try to continue. Oh, whatever. Next topic.
You do realize we have spent like half the podcast until now talking about Shownotes, right?
Yeah, like
No, we're
I
not
just
doing that.
stop now.
What if we just don't mention it at all? Then people will forget, and then
They're not the
Everyone
Shownotes
is
you are
happy.
looking for.
Show notes. These are not the show notes you're looking for,
Yeah, basically.
basically. Okay. Next thing. Are we already done with all newsy ghost block stuff?
I think so, yeah.
yeah, there should be something where you can stack those things, because if they only can go 50 blocks, there should be something that after that you get put into the next elevator. Because I was thinking of installing one of those, but yeah, it's for a place where it's about 80 blocks high, so you need more elevators. If anyone can come up with that,
I have to admit, it would be nice to have them chained up, probably.
yeah.
But wait, the thing is, if you chain them up, like when you fly up, and then like on top get into the next elevator, will you not have to wait again till you build up the falling momentum?
You will probably have to wait a little bit, but yeah, I don't care. Cool. You don't have to use ender pearls. And when you're out of ender pearls and you're in the middle of the nether perimeter, you cannot get away. Because you can
The
go to
nether
spawn.
perimeter
No,
on the
first
conspiracy
ender pearl
server.
elevator.
Yeah,
You can go to the
that's
middle.
the problem
No.
most people have when they're in the middle of in the middle of their nether perimeter. Common problem when you just play normal Minecraft. Fun story this week. We were working in another perimeter, and Niels was like, "I cannot get up there. I don't have ender pearls anymore." And I was like, "Yeah, there are ender pearls in the perimeter." And he was like, "Yeah, but up there." And he stacked around with netherrack all over the place.
That's great.
Should we talk about what we did this week?
I think we can
Try.
do that now since I don't know anything I need to talk about newsy stuff.
Yeah, last week you could see in the background, and we talked about it briefly, that we were working on a bedrock hole. And yeah, we made Spider's tree farm in there. What a surprise. I think we mentioned that already, but yeah.
Should we say something to the farm itself a bit?
It's not a video about the farm, right? Is it?
I don't know. I don't think there's a video for the farm. Spire posted a download link in one of the farewell videos. I can't remember which one.
Maybe his own.
Possibly. could have been a Zipcode one. I don't recall. But yeah, like it's a dark oak tree, 2x2 spruce tree farm. Sorry. And it uses the bedrock wither cage, and to be exact, 8 of them to process all the wood. And yeah, it's like made for the nether roof, because where else would you get all the bedrock?
If you spawn lots of ender dragons, and then
Yeah, but then you really have to coordinate with the killing.
no, just make a large thing, and then afterwards just remove what you don't need. But yeah, that's not really practical.
Yeah, of course, not practical, but theory doable, since they all spawn on the same layer. You just have to kill enough dragons.
Yeah.
And then you gotta get a solid platform.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, nether roof. I'm not sure if he's doing a video on it. I think he won't, because it will be fixed in 1.8.2, the bedrock breaking. So you cannot build it anymore.
That's
if you
one of
already
the
updated.
reasons. It's one of the reasons why we build it right now. So if anyone wants to update, then
Well,
yeah.
we still won't update, because
Yeah,
we
you
need
need
to make
to
some other
update.
bedrock still. But yeah.
We will wait with updating until we find a new perk to break the bedrock.
Will we?
Maybe.
Probably.
If they find one soon, then
TNT.
it's an easy way to break it. Then I would say update.
Yeah, like not updating is usually the best option.
Of course. Hey, there's like a fatal error in your Flash player, which can cause, malware to infect your
Now,
computer.
for
Don't update.
Minecraft, I mean, not in general. Security updates.
No, you give
for other
advice,
software.
music by it. That's how it works. Never
Uh.
update your stuff anymore. People, you heard the Germans of it. knows what
Funny
he's talking
Windows
about.
things related to updating is they had some broken certificate, and then they updated, and somehow with the update broke the updater, so they couldn't update it anymore and still had a broken certificate.
Nice.
Like they broke the Windows updater. Quite fun.
I heard something that one antivirus also thought that himself was a virus, so he would kill it himself. So
there are actually some attacks that just directly attack the Enterprise engine, because that always wants admin rights for all its stuff. So if you attack that, you automatically get admin rights. There are quite a bunch of attacks that just focus on antivirus software. So if you have antivirus software, you're possibly just a bigger target, which is kind of ironic, but yeah. Yeah,
but the
back to
farm.
Minecraft, I think.
The farm is pretty hard to build, and it's if you mess up one repeater, it doesn't work anymore. And yeah, we were trying to fix it for multiple hours, and in the end, it was just a couple of repeaters that were easily fixed, and then some repeaters that just are not seeable, and it was on the wrong tick, and that's why the entire farm didn't work.
Oh, did we talk about it last week about what you did for that thing?
What?
It's
What
about
I
to
did?
sleep.
I'm here, but I'm just like, what did I do last week?
I
I did some things, but with
you
you
wrote
guys.
something for me so we can build it.
Oh,
Oh,
the
yeah.
crosscutter, you mean? Yeah, I still don't have any idea where I need that, but you need. Yeah, maybe should I also explain that?
Yeah, do that.
Well, you can explain the use. I only word filter. It's just a filter
Yeah,
which.
well, it's your filter. You can explain it.
Welcome to
Yeah.
generalized mathematics, people, and NumPy arrays, because that's what the filter is about. Okay, the filter is about NumPy arrays. 1, 2. It takes like a block, and you can say you want to cross-cut it along this axis, or this plane rather. Then it's the XZ plane, for example. Then it will stack them in the y direction, and all the cuts will be done parallel to the XZ plane. And you can also select the thickness of every section and the space between the sections once they are pasted back into your world. And there's also like a source and target selection thing, so you can first select where you want what you want to select and where do you want it to be placed. And that's kind of it.
Yeah,
And
so
now enemy can explain why I need it, I guess.
yeah, basically we want to build a farm, and the problem is that like some of the repeaters you can not really see because of other things in the way and so on. And, you
And
would have
even
to...
though some of them are visible, it's hard to see them when they're encased in everything.
Sometimes they're encased and so on. So like when looking at the finished farm, you cannot really tell what how to build it. And since there was no tutorial, we decided let's just build it layer by layer. And I asked Wout to build a filter that just slices everything up and stacks them a bit apart, so we can look at every slice and just build it like that. And it worked out perfectly.
Yay, that happens not too often
Yeah.
with my filters.
In the beginning, I was a bit concerned with like the redstone just not having a block below, but since you don't update it, it's not a problem.
Yeah, it does look kind of weird though, I suppose.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it looks kind of weird.
And for some things, it's connect. Oh, this is not connected to anything, and then if
Yeah,
you
it
see it, the entire
doesn't
thing
connect anymore.
yeah.
But yeah, like it was cool building with it, and it worked out perfectly. Of course, like if you just not look correctly and build the wrong thing,
Or
still
just
won't protect you from
assume that everything. Oh, what this was 2 ticks, this was 4 ticks, and in the
Yeah,
middle there is a sand repeater for some kind.
Yeah, like
Because it's higher than 15 blocks, and above that, some repeater settings should change, and we forgot that, so that's the first reason why it didn't work, and yeah.
Yeah, but we fixed it by now, and we built a nice little storage system for it.
Yeah, 4
I'm
corridors.
not sure if you're doing background footage and will show that, but
I think Wout was doing background footage this week, right?
What? I am?
You said, yeah, I could do something,
Something.
right? At least I didn't prepare anything.
Niels, you always do background footage, you do background footage.
No, I
right?
don't do it that always.
well, we will think of something and possibly include some clip in there where you see it or not. If not, we might put a screenshot in there or whatever. But like small search. The problem is that it's a farm in the Nether, and you cannot just use water canals, water streams to put all the items in chests and so on. So you have to either do items with slime blocks
And ice.
and ice, of
Legit.
course. Or you use hoppers, a lot of them. And we fiddled around with slime blocks a bit and decided it's too much of a pain to mess around with them because we cannot guarantee that we don't lose anything. So we just used.
For the best thing, we only lost a little bit, and with the amount
Yeah.
of wood that we would get, it won't be a problem. But yeah, we don't want to lose it.
Yeah, like what did you lose? Like 5-6% or something in one test, and that's like too much.
When we did 18 stacks, we missed 10 blocks or something like that.
Yeah, okay, it's less than 5%, but
It's not a lot.
It's not a lot,
that we
but
missed,
it's
yeah.
still too much for my taste. So
Mhm.
we decided let's think about hoppers. How much storage do we want? How much hopper lines do we need to transport all the wood fast enough?
I
And
did
we
a
ca-
little test about how fast it would be, just 1 minute to get it roughly, and yeah, we would need 6 or 7 hopper lines to process the amount of items that we would get. So yeah, it's a lot. So we decided to get it with, because we have 8 with us, so 8 hopper lines would make sense. And yeah, 4 corridors and 2 hoppers for each corridor.
Yeah, so basically
That's
now
where-
we have 8 storage segments, which I think every segment is, what is that, 16 long and 7 double chests high, right?
Yes.
And of course 1 hopper behind of every double chest, and then the 8 lines connecting all the segments and from the collection area. And I think, like, what is that, like 16 stacks of hoppers?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
And also lots of droppers to block off the.
Yeah, and then
What's
we have
above it?
like I think we come out at 3.3 million storage.
I think 3.5 if you also count some hoppers.
3.5 million items,
Yes.
something like that.
So yeah.
So like we are thinking about it, like how many chests do you want and so on. And of course you need to get all the chests. And since the wood farm wasn't running yet because we didn't build the collection yet, we were like, let's just use all the wood from our birch tree farm, which like the storage for is almost completely empty. I think the storage for that is like 0.7 million or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we only have like 6 double chests full at the moment.
We only have 1 column left full.
Yeah, 1 out of 40 something columns. and we used like, I don't know, like not even something like two double chests of wood, right?
Yeah.
Of wood logs. Get all the stuff, so
The amount of wood that we would need for just the chests, excluding the hoppers, including the hoppers, you would still get the amount of wood within a minute or something like that.
yeah, if
This farm is crazy fast.
yeah, like I don't see why we would ever need like more than 4 million wood blocks, and if we ever fill it up, then we probably will not need to use the farm for like another year
Filling
or
it up
something.
won't be that hard.
Yeah, filling it up, like the biggest problem would be crafting all the bone meal. Yes. And I think we won't get problems with missing saplings, but I think that should be fine. And like when we built it, we had some kinks in it and some problems. And yeah, like I logged off because I had to sleep. And apparently, Niels got Spy to come and look at it to fix it because Niels couldn't figure it out.
Yeah.
So
Even
yeah.
Spire, it took a long while to figure it out, because it was some things, and yeah, just a hard farm. But if it works, it works.
Yeah, at this point, thanks to Spire for taking the time and to check out our farm
But then,
and
how did you
fixing
get
it.
it? You're talking about conspiracy, right?
Yeah.
How
I
did you get
asked
him on
5
there?
to whitelist him,
Oh, okay.
and he said, "Yeah, sure." He also fixed our 3 farms.
Yeah, basically the since there's no video out for it, the only reason I knew about it is because he built it. They built it on contingency a while back, in 1.7 of course, because back then the bedrock glitch wasn't known. So they built it in 1.7 before they updated, and we were like, oh no, we updated already, and we cannot build this farm. It's such a cool thing. We really wanted to have it, but we can't now. And when I found out about the bedrock bug, I looked at it and figured out that you can still do it with it. And like some people said you couldn't because you cannot remove bedrock below other bedrock, but you can if you like fly up against the block or swim up in lava. In our case,
They all at the block next to it and stand there and
yeah, like
Is-
if it's only the block you want to remove, a block up on top of that and a block next to it, you can remove it without any problems because then you can still hit the hitbox of the grass. But if it has like a solid roof on top and then you have a block, then you have to swim up, which can be a bit more annoying, but it's not a problem to do. So you can still build that farm, and yeah,
as long as you don't update to the 1.7, 1.8.2 or 3.
yeah,
fine.
like I think 1.8.2.3 or 4 fixed the bedrock bugs, so also the dark oak one. And yeah, that means you cannot build it past that point.
Still have to do it in the Guardian, and I was thinking about how we would do that, and we cannot use the bedberg a lot.
Why not?
Because you need to have the dirt, but so the bottom layer we cannot remove.
We don't have to remove the bottom layer.
No, not the
Yeah, but we
most
don't
bottom,
have to
but
go down to Y1. We don't have to go all the way down. Just need to like Y3 or 4, something like that.
so we only have to remove 2 or 3 top blocks of bedrock.
Yeah, it's not. We don't have to
okay,
go down all the way.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. So, what else did we do this week? Wout, what did you do all week?
Well, something I did today and yesterday is I came up with a challenge for Mr. Makistan's Command King. Because there is the episode between Pixel and Tommy Bot, which apparently is not recorded yet, so he still needs one challenge, he said. So yesterday I designed a challenge, and today I tested it with him, and well, I didn't test it with him. He did it and stuff, and I did some of his challenge ideas to look at the times. And okay, I need to go for a sec. Be back.
Okay.
Should we do a cut or just talk about other things?
Sure. I don't,
Sure, what?
Okay, I'm
I don't know
actually
what
back.
you said, but
Okay, he's back.
Well, I guess I will continue then. Sorry about
Yeah,
that.
continue.
Yeah, so we did that, and of course I can't say anything about the challenges. Very secret.
something
Let's see.
else. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, so yeah,
thought
you
you were
basically
done.
like them, and with yeah, okay. Let's just move on. I did work a bit on dark shots, together with enemy mainly, I think, yeah. And
Yeah,
then we
like,
also helped with a very important global entity.
Yeah, global entity is really important. If the map comes out, global entity is the most important thing. Just saying.
Raise be him.
that and
to
Niels
him,
protection.
whatever. Yes, and Niels protection, which is very important in any map Niels participates in.
Just to explain a bit, Niels protection is basically a command block that just kills all snow golems at all times. because Niels just spawns them in with like fill commands and spawns in hundreds of them at a time. Which is quite annoying.
Yeah. No, it's not.
No,
Something else.
we actually did some serious work on it. So
Yeah, but
Something else I did this week is Norwegian reminded me of that. I built a squid farm together with him. Just a simple one.
you built the Charles design, the
Yeah.
squid modder. We
Yeah.
featured like, a few episodes back, right?
Squid
previous
farm.
episode, yeah.
Yeah, it's a weird name.
We didn't do the squid pixel art on top. Yeah. But I think Norwegian already messed up that thing, so you probably have to redo it.
Yeah, I saw that you didn't even spawn proof it, so I don't approve. You should redo it. I think when we talked about it, Chell in the video said he will put in the amount of items you get for the different sizes, but when we talked about it, that wasn't in there yet. Was that like that, or do I just recall it incorrectly?
I don't know. We just made an 8x8 thing, and we are too lazy to make a storage thing because you just walk down there and you get enough stuff and enough.
Yeah, squid ink is not something you need all the time. I
And
guess
also-
it will be more interesting when we have the Guardian farm and want to make dark prismarine, but apart from that, like
we also had a game because the squids are falling. You just stand on a platform right next to it with a bow and then try to kill them before they're down at the bottom.
okay.
Yeah, with nothing to do.
Yeah, what did I do all week? Of course, I helped Niels building the wood farm and thinking of how we can do the storage and complaining about Niels doing too much lamps for his boat wheel thing. And what else?
Now we only have 2 lamps, so you cannot complain.
I think yesterday we tried to fix our Wither Viper, but we killed more gas in the process.
Yeah.
So we're back to square one on that.
We're catching some new gas at the moment.
I think at this point it would probably be easiest to just like kill all the gas and start from do complete fresh start.
Make the farmer again.
No,
On
not
the
build
other
complete.
corridor. On the other intersection.
In theory, we could just build a second Wither Viper, yes, on the second double intersection we have.
We can do 2 wither farms and then 2 different designs, and then just turn on this one and then turn on this one. Oh,
Yeah,
this one is better.
the problem with the Viper is you cannot shut off the spawning spaces.
You can just put 2 persons in there. Enemy bot 2 and enemy bot 3.
Yes, very.
Yeah,
very
you just
important.
use 2 players to permanently shut off your farm. That's but
They are real players.
Expensive.
there's no yeah, it's like $40 shut off. Like who would ever do that? Apart from us. Possibly. Yeah, no, fixing the thing is kind of annoying since we're in a perimeter and like everything spawns in there. So problem with it is like there are fence gates in there, and if there are persons up there, the blazes will shoot at them and sometimes hit the fence gates and it burn everything down. You have to redo the fence gates all the time. So that's another thing why you should ever go up there. But when you do the gas, you have to be up there. So basically every time we try it, we have to fix the fence gates again.
Yeah, and another thing for fixing it, you need multiple people. You need 1 person in the overworld pushing the gas into the portal. You need 1 to move them and 1 for the mob switch.
Yeah,
And
like instead
It's
of
also useful to have multiple people in the nether, so yeah. You need multiple people and getting people
in
together
theory
at
you
the
can
same
just
time.
push it in and then come back like through the portal and then move it. But that's
Yeah.
of course not a bit more annoying and can cause more problems. So we try to avoid that. Yeah, like we used to have 2 accounts just to block off the spawning spaces by having them stand in the farm, so we can do the guards without problems and not having like skeletons or blazes shoot us all the time or the ghasts. And now we switch to 1 account being at a mob switch, which I guess is a bit easier because we don't need that many people anymore. But it's still like you need like 3 people or so, at least 2 people in the second account to start fixing it and catch all the guards beforehand. And it's annoying.
An enemy's bot is always really busy with AFKing at the gold farm, so
Yes, enemy is busy with stuff. I'm sorry, I mean enemy bot.
Yeah, like, actually at the moment it's not there. Like
really? Is it not?
What?
no,
Why
it's
not?
not. I shut off the computer so like don't have any problems with talking here
Oh,
because
yeah,
my internet is so great.
Are you looking at your client connection info?
Yeah, that's all I'm doing. I have my client connection info up, and that's everything. Like I don't even play Minecraft or look at the browser or something.
it's actually
come
quite funny
on.
because I'm not whitelisted anymore, but I do have the IP, so I can basically look who's online and
I have
yeah,
the
I can
contingency
confirm.
IP in, but I
Yeah, like
cannot join.
finding out the IP is not that hard. So
Yeah,
please
same
don't
thing
DS
actually.
us.
Enemy!
I'm surprised why they don't have like real or
Yeah, I guess we're not that popular that we
Yeah.
are like an interesting attack.
well, same thing is kind of for contingency. So yeah,
Yeah.
maybe I guess we should stop talking about the IP.
Yeah. What else did I do? I did my weekly crafting tour, where like I go to gold farm storage and I craft all of that, and I craft all the iron blocks, and I craft all the slime blocks and the redstone blocks and glowstone blocks. Yeah, nothing too interesting. Just takes forever. And I actually would record it if I could upload it, but internet issues. So maybe someday I will record it and you guys can see that as background footage, but probably
Yeah.
not.
Or if someone
Don't
wants to
count on it.
donate a large internet cable, a long one, for a couple of 100 kilometers.
Guys,
Yeah,
from Niels'
just
house
like
to enemy.
just like
I guess we should move on. So I guess we've all talked about what we did now. So really anything more we can talk about, is there? And we've
I
also
don't
got
know.
how long has the episode been, Niels?
An hour 18, 52 seconds.
Are we gonna wrap it up then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or if enemy is saying something special. Okay.
Enemy, say something special.
something
Yeah.
special.
You have to do an enemy throw.
Okay, enemy will do an enemy throw if you do the woe notes.
The woe notes.
Vault notes. Vault notes.
Yeah, woe notes.
You make notes. I make an outro. It seems fair, right?
You know what? I'll do the outro then.
Yet all
Also,
week to
I-
come up with a good one. So
I need to get up with a good one. Does it have to be like a poem this time or something? I don't know. What do
A
you think?
secret reference, and people need to try to guess that.
I was thinking when I did the show notes if I just put like a link in there that doesn't belong to see if someone figures out that there's a link in there.
Mm.
Like some completely different thing I would like to share or something. With links. Maybe there are some in there and and like no one ever noticed.
Yeah, who
Hint,
would know
hint.
this? Hint, hint.
Yeah.
So I still have to do a outro, huh?
Enemy, you're giving too many hints.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking of like a good game to reference. Oh, wait, I think I have something. If you know this one, you are a true fan of this game, which I think is pretty good, but bad I don't know about. So, you promised me missile ponies, and that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess that's for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, missile ponies. Find out where those are from, and you get something, I guess.
Google.
Eat cookies.
If that's gonna work. That was pretty nice, but I don't think it is. Technically, it's on the internet, but you won't find it easily.
Yeah, it will be when we upload this.
Well, it's inside of a game, so technically it is in there in coded format, but yeah. Well, yeah, I think we'll wrap it then. So, bye.
See ya.